croissants. So tonight I just want to take this time out to chill with you. We're going to do a really just kind of relaxed style sort of video. I'm going to be answering some questions, letting you get to know me a bit more, and I'll be sipping on a beverage while I do. So let's get to it. I won't be disclosing what's in this mug for monetization reasons, but you guys are smart. Use your imagination. First question: what is your favorite sleeping position of all time? Mine is a toss-up between sleeping on my side or on my back. I never sleep on my stomach, and I think that's probably for obvious reasons. So between those two, if I had to pick, for comfort, I would probably say my side, but they do say sleeping on your back keeps your face symmetrical. So, what is the dumbest way you've been hurt? That's a hard one. I really try to avoid getting hurt at all costs. I'll tell you my most recent one though. I did almost off myself by accident the other day. It was my first night with a functioning garage, and my car was doing some weird things, and the windows were going up and down like it was possessed, and I was trying to recalibrate my window, but you need your car on to do that. So for some reason, my dumbass pulled my car into the garage, closed it, and was toying with it. I couldn't get it right for like 30 minutes, and yeah, my carbon monoxide alarm went off. What's your favorite board game? My favorite board game is anything that has to do with trivia. I love trivia. My dream one day is to actually host a game show. So, a game show network, if you're out there watching this, call me. What's your most embarrassing moment in grade school? Well, I was unlucky enough to get my first ever period at school. So that's definitely the most embarrassing. I remember getting up. I think I was going to sharpen my pencil, and I came back to my seat, and one of my friends, she was like, "There's something on your butt," and I was like, "No way." And so I kind of ignored it, but then I went to the bathroom, and yeah, I had become a woman. What is the weirdest thing you have ever eaten? So for me, I don't believe in like foods being weird. I will eat anything that doesn't eat me first. That's what I like to say. But I guess if I have to think about something that's weird to other people, maybe testicles or like brain, eyeballs. I like what they call offal. I think I'm saying that right. Like organ meat. I'm a big fan of that. So maybe something like that. I don't know. Where would you relocate if you were forced to leave the country? I would want to go somewhere tropical so I can dress sexy all the time. Somewhere like maybe Bora Bora. I think that would be nice. If you could meet anyone in this world today, who would you meet? Okay, so I'm about to get real with you guys. I have a little secret I've kept. It's not really a secret. It's kind of like an open secret. But I am bi, and so I do like women as well. And right now, my biggest crush is Melissa King, if you know who that is. I would probably sell like my left toe to meet her. So that's my answer. I just think she is so cute, and I'm kind of like obsessed with her, but only in a healthy way. What are things you're too old to do, but you still enjoy? I believe that age is just a number, except when it comes to like doing illegal weird stuff, excluding that. I don't think any interests or things you like should just go away or stop just because, you got older. There's nothing that I do that I think that I'm too old to enjoy. Have you ever thought of what your future baby will be named? No, because I never want to have children. And before anyone gets upset with me, it's not like because I don't like children. I do like children. I think they're really funny. But I have no urge or interest to be pregnant, to give birth, to tell someone how to live life, because frankly, I barely know what I'm doing. What are your pet peeves? Littering is my number one pet peeve. I think it's just so easy not to do, and I feel like we're sharing this whole world together, so why would you just throw your trash out of your car? I hate that. Besides that, pet peeves. Oh, people who, like, no matter the subject, they have to be the expert on it. I can't stand that. I think that there's a beauty in saying that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I often say, I don't know. Who's the messiest person you've ever known? This is very easy for me to answer. I'm not gonna say names because I'm not a rude girl, but someone my sister dated, him and his friends, they had a house and they called it Baby House. I think literal children would have ran the house better. It was all men and none of them had any home training. So one day I went to go pick up my sister, and I told her I really have to use the bathroom, can I go in and use it? She said, go ahead and go. I walked in. I saw, it looked like the bathroom from Saw, you guys. I was like, how are they living like this? So I took my happy ass back outside and I drove to Taco Bell to use the bathroom. What is the weirdest text you have received recently? Probably that spam one from Oprah, but for talking about messages that were actually meant for me, I did get one the other day. It was very cryptic. I felt like it was all in code. It was this guy I haven't talked to in God knows how long, and he sent me a string of texts, some with gifts that I don't know what they had to do with anything, and then at the end he said something about ignoring him or something, I don't know, and then he told me that he wants me. So I would say that one was pretty weird. How did your parents meet? So, my family history is a little bit complicated, not in a bad way. So I'm going to tell you how my biological parents met. It's just easier that way. So my parents met at a skating rink. My dad was skating around holding a drink, and somehow he spilled this drink all over my mother, and she told him for spilling a drink on her that he owed her a hug. What a player, right? And it was history from there. They went on some dates and they had some babies. What has been your greatest kitchen mistake? I can remember this very easily because it still haunts me to this day. Every time I cook, I think about this. So one of my first few times living alone, I was making a roast. I make a really good roast, by the way. And I went to check on it, and I had these oven mitts. They're not the kind that like slide on. It's like, you just grab something with. So I went to go check on it. It wasn't ready, so I let it do its thing, for a little bit more. Then I started smelling something. It was really chemically, like plastic. I was confused. So I ran back in the kitchen and I opened my oven and there were flames everywhere. My dumbass had accidentally left the oven mitt in the oven. So then for some reason I went to go grab it with my bare hands. I realized it was hot. I think I ended up picking it up with like a pair of metal tongs, throwing it in the sink. Yeah, don't ever do that. Do you believe that love is blind? I hope I don't offend anyone. I'm gonna say no. So I think attraction, like physical attraction, is not everything, okay? Personality is important, sense of humor is super big, and there's a lot of factors that go into being in love. But I do think that you do have to physically be attracted to someone to be in a romantic relationship with them. Now that person might not be like conventionally attractive to other people, whatever, but you yourself, I think, yes, physical attraction is important. What's the most addictive game to you? This is very embarrassing. Actually, no, it's not. Whatever. I am obsessed with Homescapes, you guys. You know that game that has the worst advertising? The advertising is nothing like the game, by the way. I am a fan of that game. Yes, me. I think I am on level. Last I checked, I was on level 7,000, like 800 something. If you guys play Homescapes, I doubt it, but if you do, let me know. Maybe you can be on my team. We can open chests together. All sorts of fun stuff like that. What period would you travel to if you were given a time machine? I always say I'm so happy that I was born in this era. I am not one of those people who was like, I wish I was born in the 50s. Fuck that. No. Yeah, being a woman and everything, I don't want to go back in time. Nah. Do you believe in horoscopes? So, not really, but I'm not one of those people who is like, if you believe in that, you're stupid. I don't really care what someone believes in. as long as they're not like infringing upon me. You can think whatever you want. Do you believe in heaven? So I definitely don't believe in the concept of a hell, but do I believe in a heaven? I don't not believe in it. When it comes to things like religion, I'm not religious at all. So, like, I guess the heaven that people have read about or think about, I would say no. But I tend to lean a little bit, I guess, spiritual. I don't know what I am. I would like to think that there's maybe something, but also I don't think that things have to be, I don't think they have to go on forever to be special. So, yeah. What is the most stupid thing you've done in your entire life? Easy. I'm gonna make, this is a PSA. If you're a young girl and you're watching me, let's say you're like I was. You were 17 and you find yourself with a much, much older man, let's say 27 plus, finding you attractive and things like that. Don't do it. You're not mature. You're not, like, special. He's just a loser. So yeah, the most stupid thing I've done was be 17 and think that a grown-ass man liked me for my personality. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? Let's see. I like Cody Co. I like Gentle Whispering, Noah Miller, Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden, Curtis Connor. I saw him live. He was great. Let's see. Obese to Beast. I like, my thoughts will probably offend you, Michelle. I love her. I watch like a lot of people. I am just not good at remembering their names. What's his name? I know his name is Charlie. Like Penguins Zero, Moist Critical something. Charlie. I don't know. I watch him a lot. Would you rather cook or eat at a restaurant? This is entirely dependent on two things. Number one, my mood, and number two, like the food that we're speaking of. Let's say it's sushi or a cuisine that I just have no familiarity making, like Indian food. I prefer to go to a restaurant, but let's say it's like southern homestyle cooking or like Arabic food, I would way rather cook it because I kind of think I'm like a good cook and I know what I'm doing. How do you deal with a stressful environment? Not well. But when I find myself stressed out, I do need to remove myself. I need to take my thoughts and kind of sit with them for a minute, breathe. I can't be too overwhelmed. My battery runs out really fast. And I think it depends on what, why is it stressful? Is it something that needs to be stressful? Because I've found myself before in situations where I'm really stressed out or I'm really unhappy and it wasn't worth it, and it didn't need to be stressful. So sometimes the best way to deal with a stressful environment is to just completely remove yourself from it. What has been the most flattering compliment you've ever received? Oh my god. one time someone messaged me and they said, oh my god, what was it? They said, you really, really relax me and I find you attractive, but you also scare the shit out of me. And I thought that was really sweet. Have you tried flirting with a stranger online? Yes, constantly I do. I've probably flirted with you and you didn't even know it. What is your relationship like with your dad? My dad is my best friend in the whole world. If you could imagine me in like dude form, that's him. We basically like the same jokes. We like to do the same things. We're really close. I love my dad. I think he's so funny. And what I love most about my dad is he's never tried to like, I guess what's the word? Stifle? Is that a word? He's never tried to stop me from being who I am or doing what I want. He's always been really supportive, and I really, really love my dad. What traits do you get from your parents? Okay. I think I get my sense of humor from my dad. I get like my love of like old things, antiques. One of my hobbies is I collect antique, vintage, really, really old shit. I collect like really old makeup and aftershaves, things like that. If you would like to see a video on that, let me know. But I get my love of things like that from my mom. I get a little bit of my temper from my mom. I'm not quick to react or anything, but I'll say some shit and my dad will just look at me and he's like, that's that Lori in you. What are your phobias? I am really afraid of birds. I was attacked by birds as a child. I never got over it, and I think they are just like Satan in like a cuter form. I also do not like styrofoam. I can't explain that one. I think I just don't like how it looks, and the sound it makes, like that squeaky, like, ugh, I hate that. In my last phobia, this is embarrassing. I hate belly buttons. I think they're creepy. I don't like when I was younger. I had this really weird fear that I would just like unravel from the inside out from my belly button. What 3 things did your past relationship teach you? My last relationship was, I would say, a positive experience, besides the fact that it ended. We're still, friends, and I would say it taught me how to live with someone, because we did live together, and that's like a completely different like ball game than just dating someone. It taught me how to communicate better. We never really argued. It wasn't really a thing. We would just talk. And it taught me that, this is kind of funny, I used to always think that if you break up, you could never stay friends. And it taught me that that's not true. And I think that's just because of how we handled it. It was like a healthy breakup. There wasn't any animosity or anything, so I think even though it wasn't for us, I think that we did come out better people. What TV series could you watch several times? Easy peasy Degrassi. I grew up on Degrassi. I am a Degrassi girl. I think that it honestly shaped me to be the woman that I am, as crazy as that sounds. But Degrassi was ahead of its time. It really, like, watching it back, I'm like, I think it made me as open-minded as I am. And I think, oddly enough, it aged really well for being, like a teenage soap opera. I still watch it to this day. And I love the seasons with, like, Craig, Jimmy, Emma, Spencer. Those are the pinnacle seasons. I will rewatch them a million times and never get tired of it. What's the meaning of your name? So growing up, I had more of a hate relationship with my name. I just wanted to be normal, And people always commented, your name is weird and stuff like that. But as I've gotten older, I love my name. I'm named after, my great-grandmother and my favorite aunt. It's very culturally significant. So basically what I'm saying is I'm happy with my name now. So my name, Amal, or Emel, it means hope in Arabic. So I think that's enough questions for tonight. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.